Divasa Now, the #1 place for news and politics.
Welcome to Divasa Now. I'm your host, Edward Rannigan. Today, we will be talking about the Centrist Republican Party, their platform, their leadership, and potential electoral outlook. But before we get into that, I would like to briefly mention that yesterday I conducted an interview with Jeb, a high-ranking member of the Action Divisa Party, and hopefully that'll come out soon. But let's get straight into it. The Centrist Republican Party, or the CRP for short, was founded early on by that radical guy, with Stranger being a key member of the party as well. But beyond that, they have few members that are worth talking about here. They are a Rib Center party, and they are laissez-faire in the sense that they believe that red tape has burdened the private sector, and thus the party supports an environment that has lax regulations and low taxes. I believe that means in all categories, from sales to value taxes to the income tax. And regarding income tax, they support a negative income tax, which, if you aren't aware, is like a normal income tax, but if below a certain amount, you get money back from the government rather than paying it to the government. They also support a universal healthcare system, but only for emergency purposes, which will probably help win over some moderate left-wing voters, but might alienate some right-wing voters who might go to Foxhound, who are similar in their laissez-faire stance, but do not support a universal healthcare system in any standard. But we will talk about Foxhound more when we get to them. Now, let us get to the meat of the issue, the electoral outlook. For alliances, it is unknown if they might actually get any. They might ally with Foxhound, but they have already allied with the National Division Renewal Front, and they are an interesting party themselves. They could ally with Foxhound, but considering Foxhound is already allied, that is unlikely. They are also unlikely to ally themselves with the SGDA, as they themselves have allied with the PUP. So two parties that might normally ally with are very unlikely due to the already existing alliances. But Action Divisa and the far left parties are completely off the party. Just completely off the table. They have very little in common with any of them. Foxhound and National Division Renewal Front both believe in a weak central government, which is what unites them. They're putting aside their economic and social differences to do that common goal. But for the Centrist Republican Party, the CRP, there doesn't seem to be one for that. So they're going to have to run by themselves for the most likely outcome. And as for that, well, they're a relatively small party, but that's compared to the average, but that's driven up by Action Divisa, of course. And they have a very moderate platform that would win over many people. Unlike, say, Action Divisa, which are very radical, or most of the leftist parties, which are very radical, so they have a chance to win over these economic centrists. But for the cultural centrists, they're more likely to go to Foxhound, who are a bit more conservative, or to SGDA, who are also conservative. But for the moderate leftists, cultural leftists, they might go to vote Centrist Republican Party, the CRP, just to not prevent a radical leftist party from getting in, and from getting a more conservative party from getting in. So they might become the centrist party of choice. But we'll have to see. That is the show tonight. I've been your host, Edward Rannigan. Come back tomorrow and into the future for more insights into the politics and news of Divasa.